guys, it's Amy with A to Z Stamping.com. Today I'm going to show you a video using the Bunch of Blossoms stamp set. This stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. It comes with 26 different stamps, and this is two-step stamping, and I'll show you what that means in a second. So these images are a little bit smaller. They're only at 95% on the cover, so they're a little bit bigger. But what it does is it makes these beautiful flowers. There is a punch that goes along with this so that you could punch out the petals and the leaves to make actual three-dimensional flowers. But today I'm just going to show you how to use the stamp set. I like this stamp set. It comes with sentiments like, today is the perfect day to be happy, let's celebrate your day, thank you very much. That's the one I'm going to be using today. Grateful for a friend like you, and you matter. So, and these flowers are really cool, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to be using, first, I'm going to stamp, let's see here. Which color do we want to do first? Let's go ahead and use our Blushing Bride. We're actually going to be using 3 colors today. They're all from the Subtles collection. We're going to be using Blushing Bride, So Saffron, and Wild Wasabi. So let's start with the Blushing Bride. Okay. I like to stamp with one color at a time just so that I don't mix up my ink pads. Okay, so I've got a piece here of Whisper White cardstock cut at 5 by 3 1/4. All right, and this is what I'm going to be stamping onto. So the first thing I'm going to be stamping, we're going to do this petal right here. So I'm going to use this part right here, and I'm going to use this piece right here. So I'm going to skip this one, but you could do all 3 of these. And like I said, it's 2-step stamping, so I'll show you what that means. I'm going to be stamping off, so you're going to need a scrap piece of paper. I like to use my grid paper here. It works perfect. I'm also going to be using the B block right here, and it fits perfect with this stamp. Okay, so this is this petal right here. Okay. So again, this is Blushing Bride, and I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to ink up, stamp onto my scrap paper, and let's start right here with our first flower. Stamp. Okay, and I'm just going to do that every time, stamp off, and make my flower. So I'm going to go right there, stamp off, go right there. It doesn't really matter where you go on your paper. You can't really mess this up. You just kind of keep going. Okay, there's those. Now I'm going to do another flower. So I'm going to do one right here. So let's see. Let's start another flower right here. Stamp off. And another flower. So I need all the petals. Now this part, we'll see it'll go off the paper, but I just want to make my flower complete. There we go. And I don't think I need the 4th one, but let's stamp off and do one. There was one right there. And let's start a flower over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And I'm going to grab my Stampin Scrub. I like to put my stamps away as soon as I'm done with them. Stampin Scrub, one side's wet, one side's dry. There we go, and this is ready to be put away. Now you'll notice with your photopolymer stamps, see how this is tinted? That's normal. Once you start using any ink, your stamps will get a tint to them, and you can see that's what's happening on mine. All right, next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this stamp right here, and I'm still going to be doing the Blushing Brides. Let me stick this on here. And this time, I'm not going to stamp off. This time, I'm going to stamp right onto my flower petal. And then I see, since they're clear, I can line it up. There, you see that? Stamp right over the top. Actually, well, let me think. No, that is what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go right over the top of these. And you just got to make sure you line them up and get them all. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let me clean this one off. Okay, now I can put this guy away. And now we are done with our Blushing Bride. All right, so I can put that aside. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my So Saffron. And I'm going to use this guy right here. And I'm going to put that with my little tiny, let's see, this is my A block. And I'm going to ink that up and put it right in the center of my flowers. So I just need 3 of those. Clean that off, put it away. Next, I'm going to use these little dots right here. And I'm still going to use the A block. And these I'm keeping in yellow, and I'm just going to put these all around. Let's see. Just wherever. Doesn't really matter. Just kind of adding them. Just adding a little more color. Okay. And I'm also going to take this piece of Whisper White cardstock. This was a 1" by 3" just piece of Whisper White cardstock that I used the banner triple punch right here. And again, you can do 1 inch, 1.5 inch, or 2 inch, and I just stuck it in and cut my little banner. And I am going to take this and I'm going to put some of these yellow dots on here as well. Okay, cute. I like that. There's always like little tiny accent pieces on all the stamp sets, and sometimes I go, I wonder what that does. But then when you actually use it, it adds a lot of dimension and stuff to your stamp. All right, so now I'm going to close that. I'm all done with my So Saffron. And last is the Wild Wasabi, and I'm going to use this to stamp our leaves. So I'm going to use this B block again. Well, let's see. No, actually, I think I'm going to stick with the A block. So I'm going to start with this leaf right here, the solid color one. And I am going to stamp off again. So set that aside. So I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to put some leaves on my flower. So there's 1, stamp off, 2, and it's up to you how many leaves your flower has. You can do it on all 4 sides, just 2 sides. It's really your choice. Let's see, I'm gonna go here, and I think I'll go right there. Okay, scrub that off. Finally, I'm going to take this little second part to the leaf. I'm actually going to use this one and stamp over the top. And this time I won't stamp off. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now let me clean that off. I'm going to take the thank you very much, and I'm going to stamp that onto our banner right here. Okay, I'm going to just stamp it right in the center. All right, cute. All right, let me clean that off, and we are done with our stamping. So now we can put our card together. Let me put this away. Okay. So first, I have a piece here of So Saffron cardstock, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to use my Stampin' trimmer. I'm going to use the scoring blade to score it at 4 1/4. So line it at 4 1/4. There we go. I like to fold it in with the bumpy side in, take my bone folder and give it a nice crisp crease. Okay. Next thing I'm going to take is our Blushing Bride Glimmer paper. This is only available while supplies last. I believe you get, it's either 2 or 3 sheets, I can't recall, but I'll put it at the bottom of the video here, of the Glimmer paper. And again, this is on clearance price right now. because they're discontinuing this color. So if you love glimmer paper, I love it, then this is a great time to stock up. And again, this is the Blushing Bride glimmer paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put just some SNAIL adhesive on the back. All right. Okay. And I'm going to stick this right here on top. The thing I love about our glimmer paper is a little bit of glimmer will come off, so you will see glimmer, a little bit of glitter, but it's not like some of the cheaper glimmer paper that you can find at a craft store that you end up with glitter everywhere. That hasn't been my experience at all. Like, this doesn't come off everywhere, and I love that. All right, next we're going to take this piece, stick some SNAIL on the back. Since I'm sticking it on glimmer paper, it is kind of hard to stick onto glimmer paper. I'm going to grab my glue dots. I found that the glue dots stick to the glimmer the best, and I'm going to just stick some glue dots just over the top of my SNAIL adhesive, just to give it a little extra reinforcement on the glimmer paper. I think the glue dots work the best. All right, so what way do I want it to go? I gotta decide what way I want my flower to go. I think I'm gonna go this way. All right, and I'm gonna stick this. Well, no, I think I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna stick this right. Well, nope, I'm gonna go this way. Right here. All right, give that a good press. And finally, I'm gonna take my cute little banner and my dimensionals, and I'm gonna stick them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna go with 4 dimensionals. Peel these off. 1, 2. Again, these are so sticky. These little pieces I find everywhere. One just flung off me and is stuck to the front of my shirt. Now I'll probably find it in my kitchen later. All right, but these are very sticky. And I'm gonna stick this right here. Let's see, on the front. It doesn't really matter where you put it. All right, there we go. And there's my super cute card. Now here's one I made earlier. Now I want to show you the difference with this one. You see how the flowers are different? On this one, when I did my 2-step stamping, I used this one to stamp off first, and then I used this one for the second. So it adds just a little bit different look than this one. And I could have done 3 steps, and that would have been really pretty as well. But as you can see, even my pattern's a little bit different each time. It doesn't really matter. But the glimmer paper really adds that extra something special. So definitely pick up that glimmer paper now, because once this Blushing Bride is gone, it's gone. We also currently carry, I think we have red, we always have silver. There's a few other colors, but the Blushing Bride's going to be gone. So anyway, it's a good time to pick it up. So you guys, visit me at a2zstamping.com, and I hope you enjoyed this card using the Bunch of Blossoms stamp set. Thanks guys, bye.